teachers, I'm excited to share this fun activity on water pollution with you. It first starts with the story, which I adapted from Groundwork Lawrence's Who Polluted the Merrimack, which was adapted from Who Polluted the Potomac. I worked with the Ipswich River Watershed Association and the Middleton Stream Team to create this activity specifically for the Ipswich River. So the story comes first, and as we go through it, the water becomes more and more polluted. The students then make filters using given materials to filter the water and make it clean again. After, we have a discussion on water pollution and what steps can be taken to prevent it. At the beginning of this activity, I asked students to write down a few thoughts about water pollution on a post-it note with two guiding sentences. I think water pollution happens because blank, and we can help stop water pollution by blank. I then asked them to do the same at the end of the activity to see what they've learned and what they still have questions about. I need your help to tell the story. When your character card is called, come up, wait for your part to be read, then add the ingredients and put the container in the bin. Who would like to participate in our story? Our story starts as small streams and wetlands in the towns of Burlington, Wilmington, and Andover come together to form the Ipswich River. The water is low here and often almost dries up in the summer. Looking at the water now, would you think about drinking it? Swimming in it? Boating?
Pat Greenlawn in Andover is excited to have her backyard party and decides to get her lawn ready. As her backyard is very large, she has 3 water sprinklers, which she turns on for a few hours. The water is drained from the Ipswich River. Lower flow affects aquatic life.
The river continues through the residential areas of town, where Birdie Build-It-Up and Corey Constructor are creating new homes for people to move into. A lot of the trees and other plant life had to be removed to make room. Now, when it rains, the soil erodes more because the tree's roots are no longer there to hold it in place. The dirt falls into the Ipswich River, making it cloudy and harming plant and animal life.
After shopping for groceries in Middleton, stressed shopper drops a container of laundry detergent while rushing to load her cart. It opens, spilling half of its contents. Picking up the detergent container, she does not have enough time to clean the spill. It runs into a nearby storm drain. The phosphorus in the detergent encourages algae to grow in the water, which chokes out fish and other plant life below the surface of the water.
Jamie Doe throws some cans and plastic water bottles into her trash bin at home in Topsfield. These items become landfill and leach into the groundwater, affecting not only the river, but other local water supply areas as well.
In Danvers, after watching a video online, Chris Crumble decides to make concrete stepping stones for her flower garden. She forgets to clean up the rest of the unmixed concrete in the excitement of creating them, and the unmixed concrete washes into the river with the next rain.
The water now enters some farmland in Wenham. Just before the fall, Farmer Fenn sprays their apple orchards with fungicides and pesticides so that as many apples as possible stay healthy. These chemicals wash off the fruits and plants into nearby rivers, causing harm to the insects and plant life within them.
Barbecue is picnicking with her family at Crane Beach. While they are enjoying themselves playing tag, dancing, and eating, a gust of wind blows their trash into the water. There are plastic bags, a plastic ring from a soda pack which birds and squirrels can get stuck around their necks, and plastic water bottles which trap small fish, snakes, and frogs after they are carried miles by wind and other animal life.
Would you drink this? Would you swim in it? Boating, maybe?
Throughout the activity, I asked the students if they would still want to drink the water and what that person could have done instead to avoid polluting it in the first place.
The water gradually changes from clear to quite muddy. That takes us to the next section of our activity, which is designing filters. I broke the students up into teams to work on building filters and provided them with materials like cotton balls and coffee filters. After the students were done building the filters, we tested them using the water that we had created during the story portion of the activity.
After we're finished making and testing the filters, I lead the students in a discussion. A few questions I like to ask are, what are some of the things that cause the pollution? What could we do instead to reduce the pollution? How can we repair it?
I also like to take this time to answer questions students may have about water pollution and ways to prevent it. To set up this activity, I use materials from around my house, like baking soda for Farmers Friends pesticides. If you're interested in doing this activity, all you need are some basic household supplies that I have listed in the curriculum and the script. This activity can be done in person or virtually. When I've done it in person, I've had each person come up and pour the contents of their container into the jug. Virtually, you would be the one to pour the ingredients in. Thank you for watching this video. I'm so excited to provide this activity as a tool for educators to use to teach different topics.